Howdy, how? Hey, my name is Jalen. I'm here with Keely Arthur, five on your side, and we have another great story for you today, and we're going to see what's going on.
Yeah, so obviously, with my type of work, five on your side, we get involved when people have an issue that they can't resolve on their own. It's usually a financial thing, but I'll get involved in anything if I think I can fix it. So this is an exciting one, and it's pretty different from other solves that I've done.
Oh wow! So first of all, if you love, first of all, like this video, like and subscribe, please. And Keely, what do we have today?
So this one's really interesting, and I think if you drive at all, it will apply to you because this really could happen to anybody. That's an overused trope in our industry, but this really could happen to anybody. So a woman in Mebane, North Carolina, she's a stay-at-home school teaching mother. She volunteers at her church. She really stays in North Carolina for the most part. And she received a letter in September saying that her license was going to be suspended for a year because she got a ticket in Maryland and was going 15 miles over the speed limit. Well, the thing is, she hasn't been to Maryland since 2001.
Wow.
So she realized immediately that this was some sort of mistake or clerical error, and she took a number of steps to get it resolved, but hit a brick wall and then contacted us.
So again, this lady has never been to Maryland, and she just magically gets a ticket. Just a ticket for, does someone have her information? Like, how does that happen?
So she was trying to figure that out because obviously she needs to drive.
Okay.
One of the things that she
Yes.
does is she takes kids in her neighborhood who want to go to church, and she drives them to church with her husband every Wednesday. So she's a good person. She needs to be able to drive. She called the Maryland DMV and the North Carolina DMV a total of 97 times.
97 times.
Trying to figure out what was going on. And she was kind of getting bounced between the two. So when she would call Maryland, Maryland would say, well, we don't have any record of you even driving in this state. And she'd go, okay. And she would call North Carolina back and say, this is what they said. And they said, well, we need a letter from Maryland saying that. And the Maryland DMV would say, we can't send a letter because we don't know who you are. You're not a driver. What you in our state, what you were saying,
Yeah, that makes sense.
doesn't make any sense. So then when she would call North Carolina's DMV back, they would say, well, you must have done something wrong, and because this is showing up. So she wasn't getting anywhere with this. She was really scared that she was going to get the suspension, and her friends actually crowdfunded to pay for an attorney to help her navigate all of this. So she paid a $1,500 retainer, and then that didn't work. So she contacted, or one of her friends contacted Five on Your Side, me, and then I was able to get involved from there.
So this lady, and what's her name?
Her name's Stephanie Layton.
So Stephanie has gone through every single legal means, tried to do things the right way, even hire an attorney, and things didn't go wrong, and they have to call you. Okay, this is a failure of the system. Like who's to blame for this?
So after I got involved, the North Carolina DMV fixed it within a week. What I always say when I get involved is I'm not calling customer service. I'm not calling the normal person that somebody in Stephanie's situation is calling. I'm calling the communications team. And obviously nobody wants bad press. And so the communications team is attacking it from a different standpoint. And usually once I get their eyes on something, that's when you really see change. So within a week, they said, you know what? The North Carolina DMV said, we're so sorry. Her record is clear now. And this was a mistake. I went to North Carolina's DMV and Maryland's DMV via email and asked, well, how did this happen? And
Exactly.
the state of North Carolina has a reciprocal agreement with other states, including Maryland, which essentially allows the state you live in to suspend your license, even if you got a speeding ticket in a completely different state. So somebody at the Maryland DMV, according to the North Carolina DMV, mistyped information in.
Oh,
And
okay.
just by the luck of the draw, it happened to be this woman, Stephanie Layton's information. So that's how that all happened. So it was a human error for a very kind of data-driven system.
And first of all, also, guys, thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, leave a comment. And just honestly, we all make human errors, and just it sucks that this happened to her in this instance. What is if there is somebody, if I randomly get a letter from, let's say, South Carolina. I've never been to South Carolina. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll travel through there.
Jalen, you were in South Carolina with me for Buc-ee's.
I was.
So
And we
you
went to
were
Buc-ee's. I was
once,
in South
but you
Carolina.
weren't driving.
I was not driving. But I was in South Carolina. Let's say I have not driven in South Carolina. I get a letter.
That's fair.
What should I do?
So when I am dealing with my 5 on your side stories, there's always a consumer takeaway, right? Something that people can do to prevent this from happening to themselves. In this case, though, there's really nothing Stephanie could have done. We have more than 8 million drivers in the state of North Carolina, and it just happened to be her. She didn't do anything differently than any of us. So here the agent for change is really at the DMV level.
Yes.
So anytime something like this happens, you hope it's a one and done, or there's a pattern. Maybe I'll do this story, it airs tonight on television, and
Yeah, it airs at 6, guys. Tune in. And then also we're going to post it on this YouTube channel as well, so enjoy that.
yeah, and so people can watch it, and then maybe they've had the same issue.
Yes.
And then if we see a pattern, then you can go back and say, you said this was a simple mistake, but 10 other people or 5 other people are dealing with the same thing. What are you changing within your system to fix this?
Absolutely.
So I did ask the DMV that, and they said basically like it was human error. There's nothing systemic we can change, but we're always trying to, improve the accuracy of our procedures, kind of the normal statement that you always get. So I'm hoping that whoever was dealing with the phone calls at the Maryland DMV and the North Carolina DMV have been talked to and educated on the fact that, this is what they should do when something like this happens. They didn't do it. Clearly, it was resolved. They were able to resolve it, but only after I got other eyes on it. So hopefully, if it happens to you or it happens to me, next time we can just call customer service and they can resolve it. But that, it did not happen that way for her.
Absolutely. Is there any other things about this story that people should know?
No, it's just interesting. North Carolina has a lot of issues with the DMV right now. There's a lot of residents that complain constantly, and this is certainly a version of a DMV issue we have yet to see. I've never really heard of this happening before, but I think, as we become more and more dependent on computers and taking people out of it, these things are going to happen, and unless humans can step in and resolve it and really listen to the person's complaint, we're going to see more things like this. I think people sometimes look at, well, this is what the computer's saying, and they take that as law, but in this case, it wasn't. So I hope it was a learning experience for both of the DMVs.
And I will say this whole story starts, if this happens to you, please contact us and let us know. But Keely, I don't think people realize how many emails and phone calls you get, DMs you get per day. How many could you guess, over, under, about?
I probably get like 30 a day, which maybe sounds manageable, but I'm also doing this and writing the story. Like my full-time job is not resolving issues. My full-time job is being a journalist and investigating stories and putting them together. So there's not a ton of time to resolve things. The one thing I will say is if it's something I think I can help with and you've laid it out concisely, I will get involved. Some of the mistakes people make when they contact me is they are talking to me maybe about something that I cannot get involved with, maybe a child custody dispute where there's attorneys involved. I'm not an attorney, so that's not something I can help with. But if you are able to clearly lay out, hey, my license is being suspended for a ticket I never received, I have proof of that, can you help me? Well, yeah, I have a great relationship with the DMV, and I can certainly get involved in something like that.
Well, Keely, thank you so much. This was amazing.
Woo!
Thank you so much for your time today. And guys, again, like and subscribe, and also be on the lookout for the story. I'm going to link that story when it gets posted as well, and drop that in the comments as well. So I'm glad this lady's issues got resolved, and hopefully until next time.
Until next time.
Because we have 30 messages a day, 30 times
There's
5.
going to be another story to talk about very
There's
soon.
going to be more stories. So this is great. This is great. Thank you so much, Keely.
Of course.